Welcome to Bear's Backyard Barbecue, and we've got a doozy of a cook today. We're doing Australian Wagyu beef cheeks on the Weber Smoky Mountain.
Now, I don't know about everybody else, but here lately, the last couple of bags of Jealous Devil extra large lump charcoal that I bought has been less extra large lump and more little bitty pieces of rock. Let me know if you're having the same problem, but it might be time to switch to another lump charcoal brand, maybe Cowboy or Fogo.
Nevertheless, that's what we're using today because that's what we got. We are going to do a teensy bit of silver skin removing, then hit them with some coarse black pepper and Lowry seasoned salt, and that's it. Oh, I forgot to mention we actually did go down with a Wagyu beef tallow binder because the only thing missing from beef is more beef. Now our coals are good and white, so we're going to add a wood split and throw some more coals on top of it, and then it's time to go down with our Hunsaker Vortex diffuser plate. Now I'm trying to get set up for cooking between 275 and 300. I do like to go a little hot and fast. Now we're sitting at 250. You always want to dial them in about 20 to 30 degrees early, so I'm going to lower my vents, and now we're sitting at 300 about 20 minutes later. So we're going to slap our cheeks straight onto the Smoky Mountain, and we ain't going to touch them for at least 2 hours. Hey, it's been 2 hours and they're already starting to look pretty good. We are going to go ahead and start spritzing. I've got water and soy sauce mixed in here and put the lid back on, spritz every hour. Now we are at the 5 hour mark after spritzing every hour. It's time to get them in the bath. Just a little bit of beef consomme with some Wagyu beef towel. Got them wrapped up. I said towel, I meant tallow. You know what I meant. Got them wrapped up, got the lid on. We're going to let them go for another hour. 1 hour later, or I think this was actually 2 hours later, I forgot. Nevertheless, I think it was 2 hours later, they are probe tender, and we are going to go ahead and get them wrapped up in some beef tallow and some butcher paper to hibernate for a good hour. And 1 hour later, it's time to cut these jokers up. 6.5, I think, total hours between the rest and the braise and the smoke, and they are as tender gets. Look at them fall apart. Look how juicy they are. That may just be the Wagyu. I'm not sure, but man, they're beefy.
All right, so final thoughts on the Australian Wagyu beef cheeks cook. It went perfect. The Weber Smoky Mountain back there did its job. As tender can be. They sliced easily, and I ended up even pulling them to make pulled pork or pulled beef cheek sandwiches. Final thoughts, though, I don't think I'll ever make it again. It's so rich, and I normally like really beefy, rich food, but there's just so much of that fat that rendered into those cheeks that it's one of those things that if you're a barbecue enthusiast, you have to make once, right? You got to do it. And I'm so happy that it turned out perfect. You hear that they're one of the most, beef cheeks are one of the toughest things to cook, and went perfect, kind of a bucket list thing. I will never make it again. I was able to eat half of a pulled beef cheek sandwich, and that was basically it. Just a little too rich for my blood, so don't make this if you can't handle some just really fat, heavy, rich beef. Otherwise, though, whether you cook it or something else, get you something fun you like to cook on, and get outside and get to cooking.